print, email, Facebook, Twitter. More: the mystery of the Miles family and a Margaret River murder-suicide that shocked the world. Media player, space to play, M to mute, left and right to seek, 00:001:3900:0001:39. The Miles family were known in Margaret River as loving people, well-liked and well-respected around town. So what could have gone so horribly wrong on Friday morning at 1422 Osmington Road? The details emerging of the family of 7, 3 adults and 4 children, shot dead on the property near the world-famous holiday town of Margaret River shed few clues as to what could have forced one of them to violently attack the others, murdering them in their houses before turning the gun on themselves. In a cruel piece of timing, many in the town will spend Mother's Day today mourning the loss of 4 local children, their mother and grandmother, while grappling with questions that may never be answered. While Police Commissioner Chris Dawson travelled to the quiet southwest surf town yesterday to survey the crime scene, and start to explain to the community and the country what police believe happened on that fateful morning, he confirmed that after attending a 000 call made by a man connected to the property, they found 7 people dead from gunshot wounds, 6 of whom they believe were murdered. The bodies of 4 children and an adult were found in a shed that had been renovated to become a second living space, while a woman's body was also found in the main house. The 7th body was found outside, and helicopter footage of the property showed what appeared to be the body of an older man slumped in a chair on the veranda outside. Media player, space to play, M to mute, left and right to seek, 00:000:3500:000:35. While the police investigation is ongoing and forensic investigators have not formally identified the bodies, Commissioner Dawson took the unusual step of naming the people who homicide detectives are confident are the deceased. They included Katrina Miles, 35, and her 4 children Tay, 13, Rylan, 12, Air, 10, and 8-year-old Caden Cockerman, along with grandmother Cinda Miles, 58, and grandfather Peter Miles, 61. Quiet grandfather, a mystery to many locals. Locals have described Cinda Miles as a friendly and community-minded woman who was well-known and well-liked, but much less is known about her husband, Peter, Katrina's father and grandfather to the 4 children. Peter Miles has been described by some locals as a lovely, hard-working man, but others recalled a more quiet character who they did not know well. Mr. Miles worked in the farm school at Margaret River Senior High School for more than 20 years, with former students recounting the practical knowledge he passed on, giving lessons on driving tractors, handling farm equipment and keeping livestock. The high school declined to speak with the media. More recently, Mr. Miles had been touting for work, offering his skills doing farm maintenance and odd jobs on neighbors' properties. A hobby farm dream. Peter and Cinda Miles had lived in a house on Cabernet Place in Margaret River Town, before selling up in 2015 and moving to a 12-hectare property on Osmington Road on the outskirts of town, where they started a hobby farm. It was at that property where Cinda Miles hosted popular community sewing bees to make environmentally friendly shopping bags. A spokeswoman for community group Transition Town Margaret River, TMR, said she will be sorely missed. Cinda was a committed environmentalist who gave so much of herself to the community, sewing boomerang bags, coordinating the annual Sustainability Pavilion, contributing generously to Swap Shuffle Share, taking part as a hub member of TMR, and so much more, she said. She was always there for us with a big smile and a warm hug, scones, homemade jam, pots of seedlings, baskets of produce, enthusiasm and love. She touched all our lives. Tough times brought a family together. Also on Peter and Cinda Miles's farm was a shed, which friends have told the ABC was renovated to become a living space to accommodate their daughter Katrina Miles and her 4 children after they moved in following a family breakup. Ms. Miles's 4 children had autism spectrum disorder. They had spent time attending the local school but were later withdrawn to be homeschooled by their mother. A spokeswoman for the Southwest Homeschooling Network described Katrina Miles as a dedicated and supportive member of their group. Her wealth of knowledge and willingness to share her passion for home education was something that we are all incredibly grateful for, she said. Every member of the Southwest Homeschooling Network has been touched by the Miles family, and we are heartbroken to lose someone that had such an incredible impact on the community. Our thoughts are with her family at this time as they grieve the loss of a beautiful mother and her precious babies. Another local woman who was a friend of both Katrina Miles and Cinda Miles, who did not want to be named, described Katrina as a dedicated and beautiful mother to her equally beautiful children. She was just the best mother and the nicest person. If you walked into her, she always had a beautiful word to say and would stop to chat or grab a coffee if she had time, she said. She was a good person and a kind and a gentle person, and so was the grandmother. They were beautiful people. Cinda was very kind, very giving and community-minded. She said, however, that she rarely saw Cinda's husband Peter and did not know him well. She said he was not an outgoing fellow. Tears in the street as shock hits town. Another Margaret River local, Phil Armstrong, said everyone in town knew of Cinda Miles and her family because she was so active in the community. The hairs on my arms were standing up all day yesterday. It really grabbed me because of the kids involved, he said. I just ran into a woman I know and had to give her a big hug because she just started bawling her eyes out. The same thing happened yesterday with another bloke I know. Red Cross counselling services remain available to the public at the Margaret River Community Centre, where friends have also been placing floral tributes, while Premier Mark McGowan is expected to visit the region today to offer his support. Meanwhile, as the town tries to overcome the shock of such a tragedy, the property is set to remain a crime scene for days as detectives and forensic experts try to answer the questions left swirling around the worst mass murder in Australia in 22 years.